My lovely dear Leos, this is your horoscope for May 2024. May will be amazing because Jupiter, planet of luck and expansion, planet of happiness and abundance, will change the signs. On 26th of May, it will move into your 11th house. Now, 11th house is our future house, house of future hopes, ideas, wishes, whatever you desire in your heart. Jupiter will come into that place and expand it, will bring that your wishes come true, will bring that, goal achievement, and will expand your vision to your future life, my dear Leos. This is how big is May. Jupiter, this planet transits one sign 1 year. So since last May 2023 until this May, it was transiting your house of career. So since last May until this May, you've been showered by career opportunities. Your reputation kind of heavy, your reputation become like sky high. You might have found your new workplace, your new corporation you might have entered, most probably a foreign one, in a foreign kind of soil grounds, and working with the foreigners. Your world kind of expanding in terms of your what you do in a society, your social status, like maybe you've become a father or mother, like a grandparent, or you've become a big boss, a CEO. Jupiter in the 10th house was giving you all these gifts, changing your social status, like from the student becoming an employee, from ordinary employee becoming a CEO, let's say, from I don't know, working in a corporate work to becoming entrepreneur, or giving you the love of child, or getting married. All these things happen during this Jupiter transit since last May until this May, through your house of career, the highest point of the chart. When you look at the clock, that point points to the 12th, at the clock. So this is the highest point on the circle, and it also indicates your career, your kind of reputation rose at work, or at your current job, or and in general in your area of expertise, my dear Leos. Good job on that. I would love to hear all about that, what this Jupiter brought to you. And even if that was a divorce, let's say in a social status term, then it seems like you let's say you are more likely being happy about this divorce, because whatever Jupiter brings, it's actually for our own good, my dear Leos. Now Jupiter will be moving into your house of future. Now when you establish your career, when you establish your reputational grounds, the time come for you to think about your wishes and hopes that is so dear to your heart, and Jupiter will revise those wishes and make them even more bigger, expand them. So dream big, my dear Leos, as big as possible, because Jupiter is that planet of expansion, making everything bigger and delivering it. This is the main thing, delivering your wishes into reality, my dear Leos. 11th house is also house of friendships, social circle house, groups like clubs. So you might be joining a lot of new clubs in the upcoming year, while Jupiter will be transiting your 11th house from 26th of May until June 2025. Now, when Jupiter is in a friendship house, a lot of new like friendship circles are forming. You will be becoming a lot of like a member, let's say, member to a lot of social clubs and groups, and online also social friendships. Kind of new friends are coming into your life, and those friends will stay for a long time, my dear Leos. And those friends that most probably will be speaking a different language than you, or from a different culture than you, because Jupiter is the indicator of foreigner, in astrology. 11th house is also house of popularity. Now this is bomb news. It's like a social media house, internet house. If you've been wishing to become a popular, I don't know, influencer, or creator, or blogger, let's say, some sort of social media presence, will get a boost with this Jupiter transiting your 11th house starting from 26th of May. Now, work hard on that part of your life, and Jupiter will deliver as easy as possible your popularity, my dear Leos. And if you have already established your presence on social media, like online presence, then Jupiter will expand it even more, will attract all the foreigners, all the followers and admirers into your way, my dear Leos. 11th house is also house of harvesting results. Whatever you've been doing for the last 12 years, my dear Leos, this is the moment when you will get the recognition for your work. You might be getting all sorts of prizes, nominations, new titles, and a lot of kind of new achievements in the material sense and not material sense as well, my dear Leos. 11th house is also a house of third marriage. If that's your case, my dear Leos, this year will be big and you might get married third time, my dear Leos. Or you might meet that person, let's say the third one, that will light up your world, my dear Leos. So embrace this Jupiter in your 11th house in May. That is shifting the signs. This is a big transit in astrology, and I'm really happy for you, my dears. Shiny Leos. You deserve that, and Jupiter will bring that even more glitter over you. Now, let's start from the beginning, step by step, with Pluto, because on 2nd of May, Pluto, planet of transformation, planet of karma, planet of age also, and planet of big money and big influence, will go retrograde until 13th of October. So almost for half year, from May to October, it will move backwards, meaning slowing down. Simply speaking, its influence will be a bit of a delayed. It doesn't mean that it seizes all the influence. It just means that it will be a bit of a delay there, and a lot of revision in that part of your life where Pluto retrogrades. Now, Pluto will retrograde in your house of marriage, my dear Leos, and house of business partnership for those of you who are not married, let's say, and 7th house represents all the partnerships, and marriage is also partnership. Like all the things that we sign contracts, like business partners, also here, my dear Leos. And even our enemies that we know face to face is ruled by 7th house. Now, Pluto, will stay in your 7th house for 20 years, solid 20 years, permanently, but after 13th of October. Before that, it will, during this retrograde from May to October this year, it will dip for the last time into your house of work. Those Leos who are born by the end of the Leo season will feel the most, Pluto's influence. And here, by dipping back into your work house or your health house, it will give you last checkup on your health, last kind of a sort of questions in your work-wise, your everyday regime, transforming it. For the last 15 years, it's been there, and it's been transforming your everyday life, how you view your work, how you view in general how people should work, how much hours they should spend on work and how much they should earn. All these topics were under scrutiny of Pluto for the last 15 years. And this will be the case with this Pluto retrograde around September and October. But for just brief moment, and then it will move into your 7th house, and here it will be big, my dear Leo. 7th house, it's the house of marriage, house of partnerships. Here will Pluto transform you for the next 20 years. When it will move direct after 13th of October, it will, transform you in the next 20 years, your view on marriage in general, in business partnerships, in general, your partners, if you have them, and in general on love concept and on enemies, my dear Leos. But about this Pluto in your 7th house, I will make a separate video. Stay tuned, but it will be, by that timing, like around October, November. Now, moving forward, next, we have new moon on 8th of May in your house of career, my dear Leos, at 18 degrees. And that means those who are born around 10th of August, plus or minus 5 days of Leo season, will be affected the most by this new moon. Of course, all of us will have news, but, new moon is from the word new. like new chapter, new story, new title, new job in this case, because 10th house is the house of career, as I said, is the social status house, your achievements house, big, like the highest house of our chart, amazing house. I love, 10th house, and it's new moon is here is amazing because it will be supported by Saturn, planet of age, planet of discipline, planet of work, and planet of actually restrictions as well. But it will support this new moon from your house of other people's money. Now, if you've been, looking for an investor for your project or for your new business, it seems like Saturn here, with this coupled up with this new moon, will deliver that investor to your doors. And new moon in the 10th house, it also might be new job offer, or it might be new kind of a title within your company, because Saturn naturally rules your 6th house in the horoscope. And here, it definitely means you might be shifting a job or a title or position. For some of you, it might be about social status. It might be that you are becoming a parent. You're becoming a parent, a father or mother or grandparent if you're at that age. You will get this news by this new moon, my dear Leos, or some sort of, your status is changing. Status is like maybe you're a student, and now this new moon will bring your new path of the social status of becoming an employee or a CEO of your own company, because it seems like it's more or less related with your work, my dear Leos. Happy on that for you guys. Please let me know what is the news of this new moon. Let me be happy for you. By the middle of May, 15th of May, Mercury, already in a direct motion, will also visit your house of career, 10th house. With this new moon, it seems like there are a lot of talks around your work, around your reputation. This new moon and Mercury will add up to your reputation. Seems like your reputation is on rise, my dear Leos. And Mercury will bring all the buzz here. Communication, maybe from a new job offer opportunity, or from a new kind of news that you, let's say, changing your social status, like becoming parents. Mercury is already direct here, and you can actually sign those papers. Mercury is the planet of communication and signing papers. We always need a direct to make solid company registration or new beginnings, especially business transactions. And it seems like Mercury will bring that communication about your new role in the world and in the society. On 20th of May, a Sun, your ruler, moves into your 11th house. And, it seems like by the end of May, your 11th house will be lit with a lot of positive power, because Sun and Venus and Jupiter, by 26th of May, they will all move into your house of future, house of hopes and wishes that I mentioned in the beginning. And Sun here moving into your 11th house will bring that, your 11th house forward. You are becoming more of a social butterfly, my dear Leos. Your friendships are activated. You might be getting a lot of invitations, or you might be even traveling somewhere, and so you will have to meet a lot of new people, new kind of social clubs as well here. And over internet and online, there might be a lot of work or communication back and forth. And Venus, 23rd of May, will move also into your 11th house, and it feels like will make those communications amazing, positive vibes around those communications with your friends, with your like-minded people, forming new kind of social clubs, new kind of bonding you with new friendships, and forming into your vision new wishes and hopes, my dear Leos. Now, 23rd of May, we have full moon. That's how our May will be finishing up. Full moon will appear in your house of true love, my dear Leos, in a house of creativity, in a house of joy. Now, full moons are all about, like conclusions. They usually bring some news that about something that was already bubbling up there, that was already forming there, that was already asking for conclusion. And this full moon will bring that conclusion. Also, full moons are, shining light into some situation or some information that you've been ignoring or that you've not been noticing, let's say. And full moons, they usually shine those on those information or situations that you should pay attention to. And this full moon will, appear at 2 degrees, meaning those who are born on 24th of July, plus or minus 5 days, will be affected the most. And this full moon kind of will be mixed, but mostly positive, because Pluto, planet of transformation, will make amazing angle to that full moon from your house of marriage. Now, these 2 houses, 5th house and 7th house, is house of loves, my dear Leos. For those of you who are, all around this love kind of topic in your life right now, this full moon will be pivotal. It will bring that maybe marriage proposal, because 5th house is the people where we meet and we start dating, and 7th house is the house where we get married. So it might really bring a proposal, or you might propose to the person that you've been dating, and now you are making a decision from a position of solid decision, let's say, from a confidence position, because Pluto, is not a joke planet, and it's in your house of marriage. It means whatever, let's say, whoever person you chose to be your second half, that person will be extremely lucky because this marriage will be for a long period, my dear Leos. And you might, make a final decision to get married around this full moon. And Pluto naturally rules your 4th house. 4th house is the house of family. It seems like you are forming a family, some Leos, my dear and shiny Leos. And some of you, it might be about creativity. Those of you who are, busy not with love and with their talents, with their hobbies, or with their creativity activities like acting, singing, dancing, all these kind of things, here it might bring you that contract with agent. You might finally shine, your talents to the world and show what you're capable of. And the agent, in this case is the Pluto, will help you to achieve that, will notice you, will propose you in a contract, a deal, or will help you to promote your talents, my dear Leos. And for some of you, it's about their own businesses. Those of you who have business, now this full moon, it seems like, will it might expand your business, will bring new investors, new business partners, and the kind of new like-minded people who will be ready to invest into your business ideas. You might finally open your business or expand it, or even close it by this full moon. At the end, it's a closure, full moons. So it might be that you will decide to stop your business around this full moon. And for some of you, it might be about children, my dear Leos, because 5th house also rules our children. And here it seems like maybe your kid is graduating, or maybe he's changing schools, or maybe, anything related to your kid, or some applications are submitted. And it seems like your husband or your wife will, like long-term partner who is also caring for that kid, will also play main role there in whatever decision related to kids there. And it seems like this person will support you in amazing ways in terms of kids. Or you might decide to have kids, my dear Leos. And your partner will be even insisting on that. And or you might get pregnant, or even becoming father or mother around this full moon, because it's full moon in your 5th house. Your timing is coming. It means that, and your sweetheart will support that. And it's that Pluto rules your 4th house. Maybe it's a new addition to your additional member to your family, my dear Leos. So happy for you guys in that. And lastly, my dear Leos, I would like to also mention that Sun will make conjunction, join, forces with Jupiter and Uranus in your house of career. This will be like during between 13th and 20th of May. Now, those days will be the luckiest for you, my dear Leos, to get that title, to get that new job position, new job offer, or recognition at your work in your career. And actually, it might be a surprise that you are changing your social status, becoming a parent or grandparent, or retiring, let's say. So Sun, hitting that point with Jupiter and Uranus together, same point, of your chart. This is some sort of a kind of a last spark, that Jupiter will give you before it leaves your 10th house into your house of future. And during those days between 13th or 20th of May will be the luckiest for you to apply to that position, to have that interview, to apply for a higher and better position at your work, to go to your boss, knock the door of the boss, and also to, let's say, replan, reschedule your career in general. This will be surprising, amazing moments in your life, my dear Leos. This was your horoscope for May. I love you all. Stay tuned for June. Bye bye.